Hey everybody, Templar74 here with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Unboxing video, and I'm not gonna lie everybody, I'm super hyped about this one. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game Legendary Decks 2 box. As you can tell by the little rip, I started to get into it before I dropped the camera, so I'm sorry guys, but I have not opened this yet. Basically, I bought this because I was feeling really upset and depressed about events that are going to be coming on next week. I'm sure you guys probably all know what I'm talking about by now. So basically, I bought this to cheer me up, and I just want to see if my money is going to help me do that. And also, I wanted to share with you guys just so you guys could see my reactions. Now, anyway, like I said, this is the Legendary Decks 2 package, and I bought it because of this epic box it comes in. It looks like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Millennium Puzzle box. And on the front, we can clearly see Kaiba, Yugi, and Joey. So, without further ado, let's see what I've got. Okay, and with the wrapping all gone, we're going to open up this box. And, yeah, there we go. We can clearly see several good-looking packs of cards. So let's start with the middle one, shall we? The one on top. Okay. So, we're going to open this one up. And the plastic is being hard, so let's go ahead and use my trusty dusty knife. And we will open this package. Being careful not to bend the cards, hopefully. And what do we got? Well, it looks like we're going to start off with a Dark Burning Attack card. And I'm not going to lie, everybody, I'm super hyped about a Dark Burning Attack card. If you control a Dark Magician Girl monster, destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls. Very powerful card. Dark Burning Magic. If you control monsters whose original names are Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, destroy all cards your opponent controls. And Eternal Soul. Every Dark Magician in your monster zone is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. If this face-up card leaves the field, destroy all monsters you control. You can only use one of the following effects of Eternal Soul once per turn. You can activate one of these effects. Special summon one Dark Magician from your hand or graveyard. Add one Dark Magic attack or 1,000 knives from your deck to your hand. And that is a very powerful card, everybody. Very interested about that. Okay, so we re-look back at the decks. And oh my god, everybody, another Slifer the Sky Dragon. I like where this is going already. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open the center section of cards. And there we go. Maybe. Oh gosh, not this curse again. It seems like every time I do an unboxing, I run into this problem. Okay, so the plastic's removed, and we have Slifer the Sky Dragon, Obelisk the Tormentor, and the Winged Dragon of Ra. Now, these cards need no introduction, everybody. Everybody knows these cards, especially if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh! Nostalgia fan like I am. These are none other than the Egyptian gods, the most powerful creatures and duel monsters. Well, with the exception of Ra, they've really watered him down. Can't be special summoned, requires 3 tributes to normal summon. This card's normal summon cannot be negated. When special summoned, other cards and effects cannot be activated. When this card is normal summon, you can pay life points so that you only have 100 left. This card gains attack and defense equal to the amount of life points paid. You can pay 1,000 life points and target one monster on your field, destroy the target. That is an extremely watered-down effect from the anime, everybody. In fact, everybody is pretty much in agreement, no matter what Yu-Gi-Oh! Form you're on. The Obelisk the Tormentor is the strongest of the Egyptian god cards in the card game, which kind of sucks and does a disservice to Ra, but, you know, we'll see where that one goes from. Okay, the legendary Exodia Incarnate. Cannot be normal summon, must be special summoned from your hand by attributing one forbidden one monster, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. This card gains 1,000 attack for each forbidden one monster in your graveyard. Unaffected by card effects once per turn. During your end phase, add one Forbidden one monster from your graveyard to your hand. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can reveal any number of Forbidden one monsters in your hand, and if you do, draw one card for each. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, Ties of the Brethren. Pay 2,000 life points and target one level 4 lower monster you control for the rest of this turn. After this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters. Also special summon 2 monsters from your deck with the same type, attribute, and level as the monster, but with different names from each other and that monster. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card. And in fact, that is the card that helped Yugi go up against a Tim, so really, really good. Obliterate. You can target one monster on the field, send one Forbidden one monster or Yugioh card from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, return that target to your hand, or to the hand. If this card is sent from the spell and trap zone to the graveyard, you can send one Forbidden monster or Yugioh card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use one Obliterate effect per turn, and only once that turn. Okay, next we have Yugioh the Forbidden One's head, the right arm, the left arm, the right leg, the left leg, Yugioh Necros, cannot be special summoned or normal summoned, must be special summoned with contract with Yugioh, and cannot be special summoned by any other ways, cannot be destroyed by battles or spell or trap effects during once per turn during your standby phase. This card gains 500 attack points. Destroy this card unless all 5 of the Yugioh parts are in your graveyard. Yugioh, yeah. So, I don't know why. Yugi never had that card, and this is supposedly his deck just updated. Dark Magician. Dark Magician Girl. Personal favorite of mine. Buster Blader, especially in the anime. With Dark Magician Girl. I'm sorry, guys. My mind was wandering. Dark Magician Girl has a tendency to do that. Okay, Silent Magician level 8, Silent Magician level 4, Big Shield Gardener, the Tricky, Blast Magician, Magician's Valkyria. Monster your opponent controls cannot target face-up spell type caster monsters for attacks except this one. Block Man, Lego Man, Marshmallow, Gold Sarcophagus. Banish one card from your deck face up during your second standby phase after this card's activation. Add that card to your hand. Next up, we have Sangen, Swords of Revealing Light, Magical Dimension, Magicians Unite, Tricky Spell 4. An awesome combination with the Tricky. Thousand Knives. Dark Magician Attack. The Ritual card, Contract with Yugioh. Oh, sorry everybody. Messenger of the Peace. Actually, what does that one do? Monsters with 1,500 or more attack cannot declare an attack. Once per turn during your standby phase, pay 100 life points or destroy this card. Okay, that's different. Dark Factory of Mass Production. Target 2 normal monsters in your graveyard. Add those targets to your hand. That's actually a pretty cool one, actually. Monster Reincarnation. Discard 1 card, then target 1 monster in your graveyard. Add it to your hand. Secret Village of the Spellcasters. If you control a spellcaster type monster and your opponent does not, your opponent cannot activate spell cards. If you control no spellcaster type monsters, you cannot activate spell cards. Pot of Utility. Excavate the top 3 cards of your deck, add them to your hand. Also after that, shuffle the rest back into your deck. You can only activate 1 Pot of Utility once per turn. You cannot special summon during the turn this card is activated. Okay. Mirror Force, a personal favorite of the Pharaohs, followed by Magical Hats, a Magic Cylinder, Magician Circle, Backup Soldier, Gravity Bind. Level 4 or higher monsters cannot attack, and a very cool commemorative Yugi token, everybody. And the fun continues, everybody. And, oh my god, my deck is going to be so overpowered. Okay, next up, sorry everybody, we're going to pull the next set of cards out of this Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary Decks 2 box, by the way, in case you guys missed it the first time around. Like I said, I'm recording this in 3 separate videos, and we're going to merge them all to one when it comes out on YouTube. Basically, to keep the video from going over an hour, because then uploading takes forever, and, you know, I'm not a big fan of waiting that long. And the wrapping's going to be the death of me. If not the back surgery, this is going to be the death of me. Okay. Okay, now completely unwrapped, we have the Black Stone of Legend. You contribute this card to special summon 1 level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from your deck, except Red Eyes B Chick. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target 1 level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster in your graveyard, and except the latter, shuffle it into your deck, and if you do, add this card to your hand. You can only use 1 Black Stone of Legend effect once per turn, and only during that turn. Return of the Red Eyes. If you control a Red Eyes monster, except Red Eyes B Chick, you can target 1 normal monster in your graveyard and special summon it. If that card is in your possession, is destroyed, be an opponent's card effect, and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Red Eyes monster in your graveyard, except Red Eyes Black Chick. Special summon it. You can only use each effective return of the Red Eyes once per turn. By the way, everybody, just judging off the cards I'm seeing so far, I'm assuming this is Joey's. Okay, Red Eyes Flame Metal Dragon, an Xyz card. And wow, that's actually pretty cool. That artwork is pretty badass, everybody, I'm not going to lie. Okay, an alternative Red Eyes Black Dragon. Pretty cool artwork, if I do say so myself. Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon. Dragon Jiminy effect. This card is treated as a normal monster while face up on the field or in the graveyard. While this is a normal monster on the field, you can normal summon it to have an effect monster with this effect. If your damage calculation is performed involving this card at the end of the battle phase, you can inflict battle damage to your opponent equal to this card's original attack. You can only use this effect of Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon once per turn. So pretty much if you attack this during battle calculation, your opponent's going to get 2,400 points of damage, and that's actually a very useful effect. Red Eyes Archfiend of Lightning. This card is treated as a normal monster, and its effect, once per turn, you can destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls with defense lower than this card's attack. Red Eyes Retro Dragon. Black Metal Dragon. Oxareta, Alligator Sword, a Baby Dragon, a Jinzo, my man Jinzo. Trap cards and their effects on the field cannot be activated. Negate all trap card effects on the field. Goblin Attack Force, Gear Free, the Iron Knight, Rocket Warrior, a first edition, different artwork, very awesome. Blue Flame Swordsman. Once per turn, during either of the player's battle phase, you can only target 1 other warrior-type monster you control. This card loses exactly 600 attack, and if it does, that monster gains 600. Pretty cool effect. Okay. Time Wizard, personal favorite of Joey's. And if you call it right, after you flip a coin, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. If you call it wrong, destroy as many monsters as you control as possible. And if you do, take damage equal to half the total attack of the destroyed monsters had on the field. Phoenix, Gear Free. This card is treated as a normal monster. If your opponent activates spell cards, you can target 1 Gemini monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target during either player's turn. When a spell or trap card is activated, target a monster on the field, you can send 1 face-up equip card you control to the graveyard. Negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. Pretty cool. Gemini Summoner. You can pay 500 life points to normal summon 1 Gemini monster in your hand. Blazewing Butterfly. Dark Valkyria. Command Knight. Valkyrian Knight, Keeper of the Shrine, Inferno, Fire Blast. Pretty much the burst stream of destruction just for Red Eyes. Red Eyes Fusion. Fusion summon one fusion monster that lists a Red Eyes monster as material from your extra deck, using monsters from your hand, deck, or field as fusion materials. And if you do, its name becomes Red Eyes Black Dragon. You cannot control, or you cannot normal or special summon other monsters during the turn you activate this card. You can only activate one Red Eyes Fusion per turn. Pretty cool effect. Cards of the Redstone. Select one level 7 Red Eyes monster from your hand to the graveyard. Draw 2 cards. Then you can send one level 7 Red Eyes monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can only activate 1 cards of the Redstone per turn. Polymerization. Salamandra. Scapegoat. Foolish Burial. Roulette Spider. When this opponent monster declares an attack, roll 6-sided dice and apply the result. 1, half your life points. 2, make that attack a direct attack. Choose one monster you control, change the attack target to it, and perform damage calculation. Choose one other monster your opponent controls, change the attack target to it, and perform damage calculation. 5, negate the attack, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's attack, or if you roll a 6, destroy that opponent's monster. Supervise. Mystical Space Typhoon. We got a Symbols of Duty. A Red Eye Spirit. Kunai with Chain. A Call of the Haunted. Torrential Tribute. When a monster is summoned, destroy all monsters on the field. Burst Breath. Tribute 1 Dragon-type monster. Destroy all face-up monsters on the field whose defense is less or equal to the attack of the tributed monster had on the field. Curse of Anubis. Change all effect monsters on the field to defense position until the end of this turn. The original defense of those monsters becomes 0. Also, their battle positions cannot be changed. Archfiend of Skull Dragon. 1 level 6 Archfiend normal monster and 1 Red Eyes normal monster. Sorry everybody, my hand was starting to hurt. You can special summon 1 Archfiend Black Skull Dragon once per turn. If this card battles your opponent and effects cannot be activated till the end, the damage step. If damage calculation is performed involving the fusion summon card at the end of the battle phase, you can target 1 Red Eyes normal monster in your graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that attack in the graveyard, then shuffle your deck. Alligator Sword Dragon. And finally, a awesome Joey and Red Eyes token card. Final deck in this pack, everybody. And we've already had Yugi's and Joey's, so I'm going to assume this is the variant of Kaiba's deck. And so, without further ado, let's open up and see what Kaiba has in store for us. Kaiba, of course, being the ultimate original badass Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist. I'm just saying. The Pharaoh was good, he just wasn't as badass as Kaiba. Let's just be frank about that. Kaiba is one of my favorite all-time Yu-Gi-Oh! Rivals. And trust me, I've seen almost all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchises with the exception of Zexal. So I'm pretty sure I can feel confident in saying Kaiba is my overall favorite. Okay, Maiden with the Eyes of Blue, a Tuna monster. One of my personal favorite tuna monsters. My Blue Eyes deck gives my friends all kinds of grief, and that actually helps. The Melody of a Waking Dragon. Discard 1 card, add 2 Dragon-type monsters with 3,000 or more attack, and 2,500 or less defense from your deck to your hand. The Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. I've been needing one of these for a long time, everybody, and I'm thrilled I finally have one. Blue Eyes White Dragon, original version, but it's a first edition. Not holographic, but still a very cool homage to the original. A variant another variant of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, first edition. A third version of the Blue Eyes White Dragon alternative artwork, still another first edition. Dragon Spirit of White. This card is always treated as a Blue Eyes card. This card is treated as a normal summon monster while in the hand or graveyard. When this card is normal or special summon, you can target one spell or trap card your opponent controls and banish it. During either player's turn, if your opponent controls a monster, you can tribute this card, special summon one Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand. Pretty cool effect. Kaibaman! You can discard this card to summon one Blue Eyes White Dragon. The White Stone of Legend, a tuner monster. When it's sent to the graveyard, add one Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand. White Stone of the Ages, once per turn during the end phase. If this card is in the graveyard because it was sent during this turn, you can special summon one Blue Eyes monster from your deck. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Blue Eyes monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use this effect of the White Stone of Ancients once per turn. Protector of Eyes of Blue. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one level 1 light tuner monster from your hand. You can target one effect monster you control. Send it to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon one Blue Eyes monster from your hand. You can only activate the effect of Protector of the Eyes of Blue once per turn. Master of the Eyes of Blue. When this card is normal summon, you can target one level 1 light tuner monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. You can special summon this card from your graveyard into your deck, then target one effect monster you control. Send it to the graveyard, and if you do, you can special summon one Blue Eyes monster from your graveyard. Other than the scent monster, you can only activate the effect of Master of Eyes of Blue once per turn. Got a Battle Ox, Alajin, Vorse Raider, the Man Beast, one of Kaiba's personal favorites, Battle City onwards, Alexandrite Dragon, Blade Knight. While you have one card or less in your hand, this card gains 400 attack points. Ancient Lamp. During your main phase, you can special summon one Lajin, Mystical Genie of the Lamp, from your hand. This card must be face up on the field to activate and resolve this effect. Before battle damage calculation, if this card is attacked by an opponent's monster and was face down at the start of the damage step, you can target one monster your opponent controls except the attacking monster. The attacking monster attacks it instead, and you proceed to the damage calculation. Tiger Dragon. When this card tributes summon by tributing a dragon type monster, you can target up to 2 face down spell or trap cards your opponent controls and destroy them. Kinmodo Dragon. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one dragon type monster from your hand. You cannot special summon monsters except dragon type monsters, nor conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. You can only use this effect once per turn. King of the Swamp. You can substitute this card for any one fusion material monster, but the other fusion material monster must be correct. You can discard this card from your graveyard and add one polymerization from your deck to your hand. Rider of the Stormy Winds. Target one dragon type monster you control. Equip this monster from your hand or field to that target. If a monster equipped with this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. If a monster equipped with this card would be destroyed, destroy this card instead. Burst Stream of Destruction. When you have a Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field, you can use this card to destroy all opponent's monsters. Beacon of White. If you do not control Beacon of White and you have 3 or more Blue Eyes monsters in your graveyard, target one of them. Special summon it, but its effects are negated. Also equip it with this card. When it leaves the field, banish it with the equipped monster. Other monsters you control cannot attack. Also, if you have any number of Blue Eyes monsters in your graveyard, the equipped monster can attack up to the number of times during each of the battle phase. Mausoleum of the White. During your main phase, you can normal summon one level 1 light tuner monster in addition to a normal summon or set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster you control, send one normal monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. And if you do, the targeted monster gains attack and defense equal to the level of the monster in the graveyard times 100 until the end of this turn, even if the card leaves the field. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add one burst stream of destruction from your deck to your hand. Another polymerization. Enemy controller. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Change that target's attack position or battle position. Tribute one monster, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Take control of that target till the end of the phase. Shrink. Target one face-up monster on the field. The original attack of that monster is halved until the end of the turn. Silent Doom. Target one normal monster in your graveyard. Special summon it. Face-up defense position on the field, but it cannot attack. Ancient Rules. The Pharaoh's personal favorite from Bonds Beyond Time. Special summon one level 5 or higher normal monster from your hand. Trade-in. Discard one level 8 monster and draw 2 cards. What Art Thou? If you control face-up level 1 monster, add one level 1 monster from your deck to your hand. During the end phase of this turn, take 2,000 damage if you did not normal summon the added monster or a card with the same name after activating this card. Pot of Dichotomy. At the start of your main phase, target 3 monsters with different types in your graveyard. Shuffle all 3 into your deck, then draw 2 cards. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card. Fusion Substitute. This card's name is always treated as polymerization. Fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control as fusion material. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one fusion monster in your graveyard, return it to the extra deck, then draw 1 card. That's actually a pretty cool attack, I'm not going to lie. Unexpected Die. If you control no monsters, special summon one level 4 or lower normal monster from the deck. Going to negate the attack. When an opponent monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, negate the attack, then end the battle phase. Final attack orders. All face-up monsters on the field are changed to attack position, and their battle positions cannot be changed. Shadow Spell. Activate this card by targeting one face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses 700 attack, and it cannot change its battle position or attack. When it leaves the field, destroy this card. Cloning. When your monster or when your opponent normal or flip summons a monster that has a level, target that face-up monster, special summon one clone token with the same original type, attribute, level, attack, and defense as the target. When that target is destroyed, this is sent to the graveyard. Destroy that target. Fusion Reserve. Reveal one fusion monster in your extra deck. Add one fusion material listed on that card from your deck to your hand. Then you can add one polymerization from your graveyard to your hand. Jar of Avarice. Target 5 cards in your graveyard except Jar of Avarice. Shuffle all 5 into the deck, then draw 1 card. You can only activate one Jar of Avarice once per turn. Azure Silver Dragon. If this card is special summoned, dragon-type monsters you currently control cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects until the end of the next turn. Once per turn during your standby phase, you can target one monster in your graveyard, special summon the target. First of the Dragons. Must be fusion summoned. Okay, you can only control 1, and when it's battled with a normal monster, it is unaffected by other monsters' effects. That's actually pretty cool. And we got one more awesome Kaiba and Blue Eyes token card. Really, really awesome, everybody. So overall, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary Deck 2 box, very thrilled with it. Some really OP cards, and I'm really excited at how they altered these decks for a new generation. Alright everybody, that's going to do it for this unboxing episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all next time. As always everybody, Templar74 signing off. Have a great day everybody, and I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye everybody.